Hey everybody. I hope you are as excited to watch this video as I am to make it, because there are literally dozens, if not hundreds, of DIY videos on how to make your own ink. And some really good ones on how to make your own Oxide inks. Well, I have perfected the recipe, and it acts exactly like the brand name Oxide. So we are going to be using, I'm going to make two different inks today. One is going to be an alcohol base. One is going to be a water base. And since in my stash over here, I don't have any yellow, I'm going to go ahead and make both. Now, when I started out, I'm just going to kind of clear the deck here. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Because I'm an artist, I know that zinc and titanium are whiteners, right? So I thought, the distressed oxide inks, by the brand name I won't mention, it's like Oxide. I wonder if they make Oxide powder. Well, yes, they do. Amazon, I think I paid like, I don't know, maybe $12, $14 for this huge, massive bottle. It is 100% natural. It is 12 ounces, and it is super, super, super tiny small, okay? And it's used to make foundations and, for makeup. And let's see here. It's got UVA protection. Got a lot of good stuff in here. So they use this to make makeup. But I thought, I wonder if I could make paint with this. The sprays? Well, yes. So I'm pretty sure that anybody who's clicked on this will know how to make an alcohol base, but I'm just gonna make it in these tiny little bottles, because what I did is I had a whole bunch of these and I just don't use it enough. I was trying to clean up my desk, and so I made a whole bunch of these. So they're just tiny little spritzer bottles, which I absolutely love. They have a very small footprint, and they work really well for my use. But I used to make them in these bottles and mix it all up. And what I then did was I just took a syringe, kept it from medicine, whatever it was. And yeah, so it's kind of still dirty, but it's okay because it's got some yellow in it. Anyway, so on these size bottles, these are, I believe, 4-ounce bottles. If you want to make an entire bottle of zinc oxide, what you would do is you would fill up your bottle. Let me show you what this looks like here. It is super, super, super tiny. I mean, the particles are really tiny. Not as fluffy as baby powder, but I'm going to quickly do one of these. And I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I have this little spoon here, and I'm going to do 1, 2. That's it. That's what you need. That is it. Oh, maybe I'll add a little bit more, because why not? Okay. All right, so you can see by the size of my finger that it is really, really tiny, okay? A little bit in there. If you wanted, and I'm not going to because I already have all of my colors, if you wanted to make it in this size bottle, you would fill up the zinc oxide powder to roughly right here. So half of this line, like right there. And then you're going to fill the rest with either ink that came from your printer, the leftovers, because there's always leftovers from printer ink. And you can just dilute that with 91% alcohol. Got to be 91%. Sorry about that. I bumped the camera. So it's got to be 91%. Otherwise, it's not going to work as well. So what you do is you can either make the mixture only in this one, all right? So you open this up. I'm not going to do this right now, okay? But you fill up the zinc to around this level right here. And then you pour in your mixture of alcohol about to here, all right? Depending on how much you want to make. So isopropyl, 91% alcohol up to here. And then you can either put in, I don't know, 20 or 30 drops, depending on the intensity of the ink that you want, of food coloring, this food coloring, Wilton gel food colors, or you can put a little dab of printer ink in there. Again, just depending on the intensity that you want, that's how much you put in. And you actually don't put the cap in there with the zinc oxide. So you're going to cover this up and you're going to shake it like crazy to dissolve it all. Then you're going to put the cap back on and you're going to get rid of it. Okay, so I have this one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an alcohol base first. So let me just get my alcohol. Actually, I have decanted it into another bottle because it's just easier that way. So now remember, this is going to be a zinc oxide yellow, all right? So this is going to be like a distressed oxide, only in the color yellow. So I am going to fill this up to about, see how this is dissolving? I'm going to fill it up to about here, right about there, okay? And again, that's 91% alcohol. Then I'm going to put some food coloring in here. I know this looks orange, but it's really yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And you know what I just did? This is going to be a really dumb experiment because I was going to add distilled water in here. Oh my goodness. Well, we will see how this works. So this is, look at this react with the alcohol. Okay, so this will be interesting. This is going to be zinc oxide alcohol ink. Well, yippee skippy. Let's just see how this is going to work. Let me shake this up. I have never mixed the alcohol with the distilled water. I mean the food coloring before. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And it's all kind of opaque. All right, so let's put this in and see what it looks like. Because the whole point of oxide inks is so that when you add water to them, they're going to look all kind of cool. And you can just keep adding to them. So let's move over here to my paint station, my paint catcher. Get rid of this. And we're just going to spray it. Make sure it's not going to spray in my eyeballs here. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let's just let this dry. And oh, that's just too funny. That's oxide. And look at this. It dries really quick. Well, look at that, because after all, it's alcohol. Let's see what happens when you spritz it with water. Okay, so, well, let me just do it this way. Of course, I would have to pick yellow, the most difficult color to see. But let me see if I can zoom in here. And I'm just going to take this. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is even better than, look at that. That is even better than regular distilled water. I mean, bottled water. How cool is that? Well, just look at that. Okay, so I'm going to have to mark this because I keep, sorry, moving the camera. I'm going to have to mark this one because that wasn't the intended thing there. Let's grab another one. Okay. We're going to put, what's wrong with 3 yellows, right? Okay, so 1, 2, and a little bit more. Okay, see? There you go. It's right there. Oh, so sorry for this focus. Okay. Now, I'm going to put water. Water, not alcohol, in. And before I tip this over, I'm going to get rid of it. When I did my blue, that's exactly what happened. Blue ink all over the carpet. Now, in this, I just used regular bottled water. You can use anything, but I wouldn't, well, any bottled water, any filtered water, and even distilled water. I wouldn't use tap water. Now, I have decanted this into a little squeeze bottle, and I'm just going to put that in here. And with the yellow food coloring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do 15 drops because I don't know what I'm going to do with all this yellow paint, to be quite honest. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like plasma, doesn't it? And some clunky white stuff. All right, so I'm going to shake this up off camera. And this one looks a little more orange to me anyway. And excuse me. Okay, it's not dusty in here from the paint. It's just the stuff whipping around here from the ceiling fan. Sorry, I keep moving the paint. Okay, and there is the distressed one. This is the alcohol distressed alcohol oxide. This is water and oxide. And let's just see what it's going to look like here. There we go. And let's just hit this one with a little Alrighty then. There we go. It looks very, very similar. So you know what? Here, let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, this is yellow. It's more goldenrod than yellow. But you can kind of see, sorry for the lighting in here, but you can kind of see that that's, yeah, got a decent coverage on it. All right, let's just make some alcohol ink. Okay, we've got that. And we've got the water over there, and oh, why not? Let's just make it with straight up alcohol. I'm only gonna make a little bit of this. And a few drops. Okay. And so this would just be the distressed ink. And you don't really need to have the cap on there. Or you should have the cap on there when you take it. I just can't talk. Okay, so this is the alcohol-based ink. Let's just spray this one. Okay, so you can tell there's quite a difference. Okay, so this is how they panned out. All right, so this one is the 91% isopropyl alcohol and 3 of those little scoops. It's about 1/8 of a teaspoon of zinc oxide powder, and then about 20 drops of gel food color. And then, of course, you know, you've got the spritzes on it of water, and just picked it up with the paper towel. This is what it looks like. And you do not want to store these laying down, you know, like this. I would not recommend it because they can leak. So this is why I have mine stored in these little brochure holders, and I just love it. 2 of these, they are 3-tier, and they hold about 30 of these little bottles. Yeah, so that was well worth the investment. So anytime, remember, when you want to use it, you just have to shake it up first and then spritz it. This one was just the filtered water, distilled water, about 15 drops of yellow gel food colorant, and that's about it there. So again, I always make a habit of shaking mine up when I spritz it out. But there's that one. This one was the water, the zinc oxide, and about 15 drops of the food coloring, again, yellow. Now, see how much that settles. So, yeah, you definitely do need to shake it up. And when you shake it up, so that it doesn't get on the little tip, see that? So that it doesn't go up that little pipe, you know, kind of shake it to the side. So that's how that turned out. Now I'm going to put these back, and I'm going to show you some other swatches that I made using a bunch of inks that I made. So these are, again, they're water reactive, and they turned out pretty cool. So this is just a whole bunch of different colors. This is a poster board material. So it's got a glossy side, and then it's got a matte side. So I made a little swatch card here. This is the zinc oxide, again, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Now, yeah, if you want to make a bigger bottle, I think in the previous video I showed you how to do that. You would probably put like a 1/4 teaspoon of zinc oxide in like a 2-ounce bottle of water. And then, of course, your food coloring. This turned out really, Really beautiful. Now this isn't just one spray. This was several different sprays. You let it dry, and each time I would, hit it with a little bit of water and then pick it up with a paper towel. This is the glossy side of the poster board. This is the matte side. And so the zinc oxide is really, really bright. I noticed that if you just let it dry and you didn't pick it up with paper towel, it's a little less white. So this, I tried an experiment with talc baby powder. 3 tiny little scoops, again, equivalent to about 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And in a larger bottle, it would be like a 1/4 teaspoon. The food coloring and distilled water. Again, this is the glossy side. Now, you can't tell much of a difference. I mean, I can. This is the same gel food coloring. And for some reason, I dried this with a hair dryer, and so it reacted with the zinc oxide. So it got a prettier, more intense blue with the same gel colorant. So yeah, it just didn't show up as white and as intense as it would with the talc. This one, I was just experimenting all over the place with a paintbrush, putting the zinc oxide solution. Actually, no, it was water. Water on top of the blue gel spray. And this is what it looks like on the back. So you can do like designs with it. I didn't do too much with it because I just wanted to get a bunch of swatches done. This is kind of pretty. This is a whole bunch of different colors. And you can see that you can layer color after color. And this one's also very pretty, I think, depending on what kind of look you want. This is the green food coloring with the zinc oxide on the glossy side and on the matte side. So there is a difference slightly. This is darker on the glossy side, and again, I took a hairdryer to these, so there was a little bit of heat. And then this is brighter. This was the orangish kind of yellow. And on the reverse, this was the red food coloring on the glossy side with the zinc oxide and on the matte side. This I sprayed with blue and then pink, I believe, and I made purple. And the reverse. The glossy side is a lot more intense with the white than it is on the reverse. This is the pink gel food coloring. And again, the matte on the reverse. This is the turquoise glossy side and the matte side. Orange. That was pretty intense there. And on the reverse matte side. And then these were just experiments with baby powder. It was okay, but certainly not as intense as the other ones. Some of these are acrylics. They're just kind of experimentation. Yeah, it didn't do a whole lot. This was food coloring, alcohol, mica powder, and then I wiped it off. But it's still dried with a gritty feel on it. And I think we're just about done here. This is really pretty, I think. I think I started out with like a green spray and turquoise and probably white acrylic as a spray, and let that heat dry. And this one as well. Got some pink tones in there, turquoise, blue, green, and some white. So it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. And yeah, I was just real happy with the way these turned out. And so I thought I would get on here and show you my recipe. And then you can make your own colors, and hopefully you'll have fun with it. All right. Well, oh, one more thing. Okay, in the original video, or in the beginning of the video, I mentioned the Totally Awesome. All right. This bottle right here will last you, if you use it for crafting, forever. Okay, like I'm talking years, depending on how many things you use. And I wanted to show you that it is a miracle cleaner for getting off paint, alcohol, dye. Okay, so I'm going to show you here 91% alcohol. I'm going to show you the difference in getting this off your hands. All right, so normally you can kind of smudge it everywhere, and it comes off a little bit. See that? Watch this. This is like magic. And of course, this is diluted. It's just one little capful. Look at that. Clean. Oh, here's some more. Look at this dissolve. There we go. Clean. Oh. Yep, clean. Clean hands. Amazing. And then, of course, you know, wash with soap and water. But, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you for today. And, again, I hope that you are going to be making some of these. And, yeah, I found these on Amazon. And, yeah, it's just, I really like these because they are a fine mist spray. And, yeah, that's, yeah, I'm very, very happy with them. Okay, so I'm rambling on. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we will talk at you later. Bye-bye.